section 13307 up here in North Georgia, State Route 5 I believe it is. The signs and delineators and everything are all in place from what we've observed, and we haven't really looked that closely at it so far. There is no distress in here. There was none last year. As you can tell looking at the surface, we've had some rainfall last night and this morning, and it is misting and chilly out here right now. Wanted to do a video of this though because this is one of the sites which is being considered for the seasonal testing, or at least under initial consideration. We have a very low volume of total traffic out here at this time, and it's a nice accessible section in the northern part of the state. Would be a real easy one to use for practical purposes, and this is in the district that we talked with yesterday there in Gainesville, and there seemed to be no difficulty in considering this and the other sites in this district for our seasonal testing program. Of course, we'll be back with them if things go as we suspect, and we'll wind up using this site or selecting this site for consideration. Down in here we kind of get into a low area. It's all in a cut, and of course this is all described by the initial video. Cut seems to be rather uniform, particularly if you look over to my right, and I'll show this from the end when I get down there. But you know, down beyond the end of this section, you can see we're going back up into an uphill grade, and back behind us there's a pretty steep downgrade before you enter the section. This is one of those where it'd be real important to look at the deflection measurements we've taken in the past to see just how variable or what the lack of variability is on the deflections on this test section, and use that as a parameter in the selection, since we have several candidates for that cell in the seasonal testing experiment. Like I say, the pavement markings are in excellent shape out here. The delineators are here. All the signs are here. There are no problems whatsoever with any of the markings that we're checking at this time. Looking back, you can see the car is parked up there at the very beginning of the test section. You can see that downgrade. I'd want to look at the plans and see just what extent we have there. However, the beginning of our section is within the sag vertical curve. It's near the bottom of the sag, though. You'd want to verify that on the plans. Looking at it, it appears to be right. Oh, the bottom of the sag is probably around 0 plus 50 or 0 plus 70, somewhere between 0 and 1. Between evaluating the plans and looking at the other features such as drainage structures and so on up above the test section, and looking at the deflection measurements, we ought to be able to gain knowledge as to whether the preceding grade would affect that is beginning on a few of the joints, probably on about maybe a fourth or 1/5 of the joints that we see in this test section. Well, this is going to end the video for test section 133007, and we are on